sad. It's war. It affected me a lot from what you go through, what you see, especially what you do, living with guilt.
Servicemen and women give everything to protect our freedom. Oftentimes, the extent of that sacrifice isn't understood until after they've come home.
I was hurting, and I didn't know how to ask for help. Commander's coins given for excellence. It was 2015. April 1st was my retirement date, and it was the week before Thanksgiving was when I realized that I needed help. The wheels kind of fell off of life, so to speak, for me. I'd overdosed on pain meds, muscle relaxers, and alcohol. I was dealing with moderate, sometimes occasional severe PTSD, anxiety, depression.
After my third deployment, I got injured. I couldn't move my legs, I couldn't feel them, my arms still get tingling. PTSD was off the roof. And that's I started my process to get medically retired. After I got out in 2014, them 2 years were very hard for me, not knowing what to do, not understanding why I'm feeling like this or what I'm going through.
The walk toward healing can lead us all into unexpected places. For veterans, such as Hector Tarango and Jamison Pilgrim, it has led them into a corner of the sports world struggling with a crisis of its own.
Personal foul, grabbing the face mask, 15-yard penalty against the defense, tacked onto the end of the run, first down.
Mike Pereira's life has been lived between the lines, spending 14 years as a college football official, 2 seasons as an NFL side judge, a decade as the NFL's VP of officiating, and now a TV rules analyst. But the profession that Pereira is so passionate about has become plagued by a serious problem.
There are not enough officials all around the country. The sportsmanship is so bad at the lower levels that people quit.
In 2017, Pereira devised a possible solution to a pair of issues. After meeting with a group of homeless veterans, he took a long ride up the Pacific coast, and an idea clicked.
I'm just driving there thinking about these veterans and how, they weren't being taken care of. And I started thinking about officiating and the shortage of officials. And so I thought, could I put together something that could marry the two and get veterans involved in officiating?
That question led to the creation of Battlefields to Ballfields, aimed at helping veterans reintegrate into their community through sports officiating. It begins with scholarships, covering the costs of equipment and training, with the goal of getting them on the playing fields. But it also does so much more.
What Battlefields to Ballfields does is takes those that are hurting, right, that really need to be able to be a part of something, that have that fellowship and find that fellowship, and they give them an avenue to do that.
It was a struggle finding my place and what I could do to support myself as well as provide stability. So I did some research for services for veterans, and that's how I came across Mike's program, B2B.
We heard that officiating has made a difference in his life, but it never hit me like it hit me when his fiancée, she said, "You saved his life." She said, "I used to not want to go to work because I was afraid of what I was going to come home to." And one day, she said, I came home and he had a smile on his face. And he said, "Battlefields to Ballfields, officiating. I'm going to try this."
Without B2B, I would probably still be lost.
After a divorce and several redeployments, Hector lost touch with his eldest son, Joey, for 5 years.
I came back from Afghanistan, I haven't seen him. I didn't know where he was at. No one told me nothing. I called, nothing.
In 2015, they reconnected, but their relationship needed work.
At that time, I really despised my dad. I feel like he never took time to see me. Our relationship wasn't great.
That's when a call from Mike Pereira gave Hector the opportunity he needed.
Because I got this program, I'm doing this for vets, help them get back out in the street. You know, I heard you needed the help. I said, I don't need no help. If you want to help me see my son. He goes, I can't guarantee that, but I heard your son plays football. Maybe this can help you.
After Hector joined B2B, the relationship between father and son was strengthened through a common interest. He even officiated some of Joey's games.
It was a good time. He would just nudge me on the field, and I was like, all right, yeah, that's my dad. And it meant the world to me. I finally had that thing that I needed.
I'm very, very blessed because my son did come live with me. Never in a million years did I think, Mike Pereira would come talk to me about reffing or inspire me and help me.
Oh, you got a ringer, not a stinger.
Those veterans out there that are looking for camaraderie, looking for that teamwork environment to feel safe and stable, do it. B2B is there, do it.
That's been kind of my message over the last few years to groups that I go speak to. Listen to about the Hector Tarangos and the Jameson Pilgrims, because you can make a difference in people's lives. You can.